and welcome to the Study Travel News video. I'm Nicola Hancox.
And I'm Maria Brosnan, bringing you the latest news stories.
The headlines this week: UK Home Office investigated over TOEIC visa revocations.
MPs table amendment to reinstate UK's 2-year post-study period. Chinese Agency Association issues warning over cyber tuition scam. And much more besides. Plenty happening in the UK this week then.
Yes, the National Audit Office, NAO, a body that scrutinises government spending, is investigating the Home Office's decision to revoke 34,000 visas and deport some students in the wake of the 2014 TOEIC test cheating affair.
The announcement comes as the Home Secretary, Sajid Javid, is coming under increasing pressure in Parliament to act on the issue, and the Home Office faces more than 300 appeal cases.
Following a BBC documentary that uncovered cheating at 2 TOEIC test centres, the Home Office cancelled the visas of students that were identified as having questionable scores. The NAO said it is looking into the information held by the Home Office.
The Migrant Voice Pressure Group launched a campaign to clear the names of students and said there were many stuck in legal limbo. Stephen Timms MP, who has supported the cause, said he hoped he will find out why so many innocent students have been treated so disgracefully.
And staying in the UK, an amendment has been tabled to the government's immigration bill, which, if proved, would reinstate the 2-year post-study work period for international higher education students and also ensure that any future attempt to cap international student numbers will require explicit parliamentary approval.
The amendment has been put forward by former Universities Minister Jo Johnson and Paul Blomfield MP, co-chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for International Students, and has been supported by several MPs across the House of Commons.
The government's original immigration bill proposed an extension of post-study to only 6 months. The proposers said their amendment would bring the UK in line with rival destinations such as Canada, the USA and Australia, and that targets in the International Education Strategy would not be reached without it.
To China next, where Agency Association, BOSA, has issued an advisory to students and institutions in the USA following reports of a scam where cybercriminals posed as third-party officials offering discounts on summer courses at the institutions they're enrolled in.
According to local media reports, at least 5 students at the University of Miami have lost thousands of dollars. BOSA said that the criminals typically offer 5 to 15% discounts, use WeChat in Mandarin, and are not based in the USA. The added students should contact their agent or school initially when approached.
And now for a roundup of some other news stories. Oxford International Education Group has announced the acquisition of Oxford International College, which becomes the 3rd provider in its school's portfolio. OIG said that this was one of a number of purchases it is planning in the secondary sector.
And the number of international students in UK independent secondary schools grew slightly last year, according to the annual census by the Independent Schools Council. China and Thailand were the largest growing markets, with most of the top 10 steady, except Russia, which decreased.
The Australian Department of Education and Training has published an advice sheet for international students enrolled or considering enrolling at Brighton Pacific Limited, trading as Australia Institute of Business and Technology, after the provider appealed the cancellation of his registration by the industry regulator.
Junior language camp provider Freelingua has announced its first location in Germany for 2019, near Bernau in the Black Forest. English or German programs can be taken.
Germany-based Gizma Business School will open a campus at the University of Law in the UK, offering bespoke executive programs initially.
International education payment company Flywire has partnered with True North, a Canada-based provider of online management systems, to offer services in the secondary school district sector there.
And the University of Wollongong in Australia has announced a partnership with English Premier League football club Tottenham Hotspur to launch a global football programme open to domestic and international students enrolled at the institution.
More on all of those stories on our website, as well as photos from the CAPSI conference taking place this week in Winnipeg.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.